Welcome back to episode 2 of our Zero to Steelpath series, and in today's episode, we're going to be getting some pretty absurd damage numbers, so I'm going to show a little bit of something on screen now, and give you an idea of what we're going to be working with at around the end of day 2, the beginning of day 3 is a little reenactment for you. But here's the build that I was using during that little test period, and yeah, completely free to play. Easy to obtain. We get it within 2 or 3 days of playing the game. And if you stick around, I'm going to show you exactly how, when, why, and where. So, I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like. And let's do this. Stop resisting. Nice. Got it. Alright, we're talking to Maru. I just joined a clan as well. So actually real quick, let's go ahead and show that off. Now that we got our clan, we're gonna go cook up this clan key ASAP, but first, we're right here, we're gonna talk to Maru, and we're gonna get some Iatan. So, Iatan treasures? I'm looking for Iatan treasures.
Yoink.
Oh, look, got a little Iatan star too.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
And boom, now we can sell this for 1,800 endo. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure this is going to be instant or like a 1 minute cooldown, but it's like you can rush it for free. So let's see if we get a Chessa. Sahasha. That's okay. Kasha. If you know, you know. And make sure you're putting your mods on. Auto install. I definitely want to spend a little bit of endo, leveling up fetch. And we finally finish up our Odonata. We get our Archwing online. And we can finish up this quest now. The Archwing quest complete, and with that, our Arc 1 is complete. That's pretty sweet. Ooh, Kashi, you chubby girl, look at you. What are you doing? What you got? What'd you get? Nothing. Being a little freak. I'm already starting to feel the brain wear from playing Warframe all day. I'm talking to my dog.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
Right here, pledge to a syndicate. We actually don't get to unlock Ceres until we're mastery rank 3. We're kind of gated out of that content. So we need to be mastery rank 3 in order to actually pledge to a syndicate. And we can't do this until we can pledge to a syndicate. So that's kind of interesting. That might be problematic, potentially. But I'm sure there's other stuff we can do all day tomorrow and, you know, most of the next day. So maybe not that big of an issue, but definitely something I wasn't expecting, which is fine. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's talk about interception missions a little bit. You don't have to make them more complicated than they need to be. In fact, not killing stuff is most of the time better than killing everything. So you don't have to be standing in the zone, and you don't have to kill everything in the zone. Like right now, like A is not being captured. Me aggroing them is actually keeping them from capturing A. If I were to kill them, okay, that guy is capturing. So we kill him. That's all we gotta do. I'm just standing here. I'm in solo, no teammates, and I'm not worried about those other zones. They're trying to go for this zone right now. So I'm just gonna camp it. Oh, that guy's running to a console? All right, well, I don't want him to do that. Kill him. Oh, that guy is at a console? Yeah, I'd rather he not do that. Kill him. I'm gonna leave him alone. There's no reason for me to kill him. If I kill him, then somebody else just takes his spot on the other side of the map where I'm not close to, and they're gonna try to start taking B, or they're gonna try to start taking C. Interception is much easier than people wanna think it is because they're so busy killing all the mobs the whole time and you know, freaking out about it. Just let them hang out for a little bit. I killed that one guy. I'm not in any hurry to kill anybody else. Oh, he was going towards the console. He has to die. That guy's on a console. He has to die. I think you get the point. All right, our first relic ever cracked on this account. Oh, we got a gold, and it is worth 19 platinum. I will take that for sure. Beautiful. All right, we're mastery rank 2, which means that we've unlocked trading at this point. And we're going to wrap things up. This is the end of day 1. You can see our boosters there are down to 2 days remaining. And yeah, 54,000 mastery rank XP, 67 out of 237 nodes completed in the first day, not too shabby. 8 hours in mission time, but it's actually more like 13 hours total play time on day 1. So let's take a look at the Volt build at the end of day 1 here. Nothing too crazy, but you know, feeling pretty good at the end of day 1. And here's the melee. And again, a lot of room for improvement, but it is what it is. 1 day in, I'm not going to complain. 5 days, 12 hours left for the remainder of this challenge. I think we're going to do it. So at the start of day 2, we're going to go in, we're going to buy these Dragon Key blueprints so we can do more corrupted mod runs later on. And we're also going to sell that prime part that we found earlier on day 1, and then immediately invest some of that platinum into a resourceful retriever. This straight up just gives us a 20% chance at doubling our resource pickups. It's kind of huge. It's our first nightmare mission ever. Chilling reload. It's not the worst thing in the world. Not anything that I wanted though. That's okay. Grab animal instinct. Perfect. Let's go level this thing up. The trifecta. Fetch, animal instinct, resourceful retriever. These 3 mods on your companion, these change the game. Tired of having that default glyph. Where's our new fancy glyph? There it is. Bam. Now we're looking good, feeling good. On top of that, I hate the way that I look currently. I think that new color packet has a black in it, and I really, really hope it does. Now we're feeling better. Yeah, that's more Omni-like for sure. Right below it, you can see that it's worth 16 plat. We're gonna go ahead and pick this one up right away. That's our second gold piece, and I think I've only opened like 4 or 5 relics total. Nova. Goodbye, Nova. Oh, we're wrapping things up with the second war here. We're about to get our broken war melee weapon, but before that, we need to make a pretty important decision. Now, it's not a big deal if you pick something different, because we can always just throw a lens on whatever and swap through these as much as we want. But for now, Naramon is the obvious choice here. We're gonna go ahead and choose Naramon, and we're gonna get Power Spike immediately. First thing we're gonna do is come into our Volt, and we're going to apply our lens. So you just do that here, focus lens, and it just gives us a Naramon lens right off the bat. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on right away. So we got Broken War now, which is one of the best melee weapons in the game. So I don't feel bad about upgrading this thing and really, really investing even a couple of forma into it. So let's go ahead and immediately throw that back on. Now, one of the really cool things about the Broken War is it already comes potatoed. And by that, I mean, it already has a catalyst or a reactor. I forget which one's which. But it's already got one of these in it. So it's really, really, really good. We don't have to invest that much. Now the issue is we don't have a stance mod for it yet, but we will eventually. It's not a big deal. But I'm gonna throw Fury for attack speed. Reach, just obviously, 4 meters is really, really nice. Hits more enemies. And pressure point. As soon as we get Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds and Condition Overload and like the big boy mods, which we're gonna farm here shortly, this weapon is going to carry us easily through the rest of the star chart. This is the weapon that is going to stay in my melee slot for the rest of this playthrough. Very, very good. That being said, let's go ahead and copy Warframe colors, and now we don't really have to worry about much. The game just got a whole lot easier. Alright, let's see what Mother's got for us. We have bladed rounds again, womp womp, but we have Blood Rush. So again, that's a level 30 to 40 zone. It's not gonna be easy for us. We're literally day 2, you gotta remember that. But maybe there's other people farming it and we can kind of leech a little bit. I don't like doing that, but early game, I think I'll forgive myself. All right, so I came in here thinking I was gonna be leeching, right? Like I felt a little bit bad, but turns out my kills are actually the highest currently right now.
Give me one up here. Boom. Boom!
With on day 2 of playing on this account. So I don't feel bad anymore. I'm not saying these guys are bad. I'm just saying like the build is performing better than expected. I think this is where we're supposed to farm just for a little while. The endo is really good here as well. So whenever we finally do get the mods, you know, we can level them up right away. So it works out really great. So just wanted to share with you, whenever you just finished the second dream, if you're following along or you're at a similar power level, you can do pretty well here. You can perform decently in Deimos with the Broken War with very minimal modding and very low investment. There it is, baby. Here.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Huge amounts of crit chance with combo multiplier. So it's not horribly useful right now because it's very difficult for us to maintain our multiplier, but that's where this comes in. So we're gonna get a ton of use and value out of upgrading our Naramon and getting our power strike built up. So pretty soon, Blood Rush plus Naramon equals just a ton of crit chance. At rank 10, it's 40%, and then it costs 14 mod capacity, but the effect at a 12 times combo multi is 440%. I thought it was 480%, but it makes sense. That would be 440. But 440% crit chance is insane for a single mod. So you throw this on your weapon, and seeing as the Broken War already has a pretty good base chance, base crit chance, it's kind of insane, right? 35% crit chance, just base. We're scaling that 440%. So instantly, just with Blood Rush, we're going to be hitting orange crits by the time we get to a times 12 multiplier, and we're going to be able to keep that times 12 multiplier up almost constantly as soon as we start getting points into power spike. So that's just why it's so incredibly strong and why I'm making it a point to farm it ASAP. Real quick, what can I even get it up to? I can get it up to 30%. That's actually pretty respectable. That's a good start, in my opinion. 30%, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go for that because it's just such a massive increase. And now we're getting to the fun bits of the game. This is the part of the game that I enjoy. Everything starts to kind of fall into place. We're getting upgrades that are pretty meaningful now. All right, perfect. This is what I'm talking about. So right here, these babies, that's 5,000 focus right there. All I gotta do is get 5 of those and I can unlock Power Strike already. Now we have access to Pluto. We're getting pretty close to being done with the star chart. Unlocks Arbitration. What? We got access to Arby's already?
Arby's is pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah, 1, 2, 3. We got like 3 more planets to unlock, but that's pretty good progress. This is like middle of day 2, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and confirm that. And now we have Power Strike. So instead of losing all of our combo counter, you know, the whole 12 times, all the stacks, now we just lose, you know, a couple of stacks every few seconds. This is a game changer, honestly. I think I did 14 hours yesterday, and I've done about 10 hours today. So 24 hours in the first 2 days, going pretty hard. Feeling the stress a little bit, but I want to get at least halfway done with the star chart before I go to bed tonight. That is my goal. That's my main goal. Get halfway done. So this thing scales, basically just hold the button instead of tapping for shock and just zapping them like Emperor Palpatine. We're gonna hold it and it's going to buff us and allies within 15 meters, giving us more electricity damage to all of our attacks, literally anything. So that's huge. It even works with your companions. So 100% electricity damage to their attacks for 40 seconds. Now this does scale both in duration and power strength. So we have 120% strength. It's going to give us 120% extra damage, not just 100%. And because we have 20% in duration, it's going to last for 48 seconds, not just 40. So you can scale this with power strength, ability strength, and ability duration, which is great on Volt because the other thing that we like to use is speed. This also scales really, really well with strength and duration. I want to get Intensify up a bit. We're going to max that out. 10% additional ability strength is pretty cool. And I think the same with duration is probably a good call. Well, we're back on Deimos and we get a nice little tidbit here. 10 platinum is 10 platinum. Carnus Stinger. Unexpected. Kind of a nice little extra nugget. and take advantage of this Halloween event that's going on right now and getting some nice cosmetics for free, quote unquote free. Decide to go ahead and offload that prime part that we got earlier for 15 platinum, not too bad. And at this point, I was like, well, we got a couple of trades that we need to burn through, so might as well go get some stuff worth selling. So we do a couple of corrupted runs. I only do about 10 runs total, but we do end up getting about 30 to 40 platinum worth of mods to sell, which not too bad, seeing as those 10 runs only took maybe 40 minutes or so, and you could do them pretty early game. But we had some focus, so, you know, obviously we're putting it on Power Spike. We've talked about that multiple times this episode. And yeah, we end day 2 with Mastery Rank 3 test, and that means that we can now unlock our Syndicate. It's not so exciting within itself, more so it was just kind of a mission we had to complete to unlock the Sarah's Junction. So we go in here, we say hello to Trinity, and yeah, the damage is feeling pretty good at this point. So here's our stats at the end of day 2. We get about 14 hours in mission time, roughly half the nodes complete. Here's the Volt build, here's the Companion build, and here is the Melee build. I then had a little bit of extra time on my hands the next day. So this is the start of day 3, I believe. And yeah, it was basically just let's do a bunch of quests and unlock the rest of the junctions. Didn't really play a whole lot on day 3. Truth be told, I was pretty tired and I wasn't feeling very well. So didn't really record a lot. Just played maybe like 4 hours, 3 hours, something like that. We unlock our first Riven mod. Unfortunately, it wasn't very good. It's just a miter. And we made a couple of trades and we did a couple of quests. So I pick up the Blind Rage, like we had talked about earlier. Ability strength is quite important for us. It's very synergistic with most of the things that we want. It's really good for both shock and for speed. So what's not to love? Then I just finished day 3 out. Easy. Boom. Mastery rank 4. Perfect. All right. A little bit of a spooky theme, a little bit of purple and orange going for the Halloween seasons. I like it. All right, cool. What were we talking about? Yeah, don't do what I do. It's stupid. Anyways, let's keep doing what I'm doing because I'm liking it. We sell our critical delay for 18 platinum and then immediately invest some of that into a stance mod for our Broken War. All right, so first things first, if you didn't know, just by adding a stance mod and leveling this thing up, that's going to give us quite a bit more capacity there. So it's giving us actually the 10 capacity because it meets the same little check mark icon there, the polarity. Yeah, if it's the same, then it doubles, therefore it gives you 10 additional mod slot capacity. Whatever this number is how much capacity it's giving us extra. So let's throw on our condition overload. Now you might be thinking, all right, well that's only 80% melee damage versus the 120. That's correct. But 80% times 2, because we're 100% going to be proccing a bunch of slash and heat. And so we have a pretty decent chance of proccing heat and slash as soon as we get our weeping wounds on. It's going to give us a ton more status chance. So currently we have an 18% chance of proccing slash and 11% chance of proccing heat every time we hit an enemy. That's going to go way, way, way up. And yeah, you'll see. So we're pretty much going to be meeting the condition of at least 2 status effects. And if this goes up to 80%, well, 80 times 2 is 160. That's 40% more. And that's without any other stuff. If we're using Shock Trooper on our Volt, like I showed you earlier, we're also getting electricity damage on our attacks as well. So now we're jacking it up from 80, 160. Now we're up to 240%, pretty much guaranteed. So we're going to have electricity, we're going to have slash, and we're going to have heat. So that's 3 status effects, meaning that our condition overload is actually going to act as 240% melee damage versus 120. And if you know basic math, that's double. All right, that's going to wrap things up for this episode. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, maybe even subscribing, and leaving a comment and let me know your favorite part, asking questions, whatever. I love the feedback. I try my best to answer every single question and reply to every single comment. So, with all that being said and done, I hope you're looking forward to the next episode. It might actually potentially be the final episode. Sorry for the wait. These do take quite a while to edit and all that. I hope you understand. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had fun. I'll see you soon.